Hey everyone, welcome back to the Big Music YouTube channel. He knows what time it is.
Music's just sort of really how I define myself.
Hey everyone out there in YouTube land, thank you so much for joining us once again here on Live Life Loud on the Big Music YouTube channel. First up, we would be so appreciative if you could smash that subscribe button for us, maybe even like the video or comment on any of the videos that we've got here, and we'll get back to you in no time. We have a huge show today. We're going to be heading downstairs and we're going to be checking out a new Ibanez release. Then we're going to the DNA show once again to talk about the great Southern Nights and all of the live music happening all over New South Wales, but particularly the live shows happening right here at Big Music. But before we do that, we're going to head downstairs to Isaac and we're going to check out the Ibanez Prestige series. Very cool guitars. Let's head down now and see Isaac. All right, as I said earlier, we are here down today with Isaac down on the shop floor. How are you, pal?
Good, mate. How about yourself, David?
Very good. Good to see you. Good to see
Me
something
too.
really interesting here today as well. Today, we're going to be looking at the Ibanez Prestige series.
So today we've got an AZ2402 in the black and then the burst.
Nice one,
So
man.
really beautiful guitars.
So, go that model number for us again.
So an AZ2402.
AZ2402.
So Japanese Prestige Ibanez guitars.
Right on. Okay, well, tell us, mate. So just, I like to always ask you guys questions about the guitars. I know very little about Ibanez guitars. I do know that, one of the great guitar brands, when I think of Ibanez, I think of Steve Vai. I think of Mr. Big. Satriani. Paul Gilbert from Mr. Big.
Yes.
Talk to us about the Ibanez Prestige series, mate.
So as we know, Ibanez do the pointy shreddy guitars. They do jazz guitars. The AZ's they're a really nice modern guitar. So satin finish, older bodies, roasted maple necks and fingerboards. So they're more of a bit more of a chunkier sort of playing neck, so a bit more girth in there. So not like a fast wizard neck, so definitely a bit more to hang on to in that regard. Seymour Duncan have actually created these Hyperion pickups. There's an Alnico 5 magnets in there. They're like a medium output pickup, but you can pull a lot of tones out of the 5-way selector, and they've actually got a cool tap switch in there as well. The cool thing with the roasted maple necks, the way they do it, they actually take a lot of the humidity out of the timber, so they're a lot more stable moving forward, so prone to less setups and a bit more regular.
Having a jam with them just a second ago, and we'll have a jam with them, of course, shortly. They feel the necks feel rock
solid, yeah.
Absolutely. It's interesting you started talking, about the neck and how much stronger they are due to the roasted maple. That makes complete sense when playing it. You can feel
rolled edges as well, so they're really nice and comfortable and also played in sort of feel. Really good access to up to 24 frets on their model itself. Right. Cool thing is as well, we'll have to do a close up in a sec. Yeah. They've actually got these glow in the dark fret markers, so good on low lit stages, so you actually see where you're at when you're kind of just glancing down at the top of the.
Nice, like glow in the dark, very handy. Very handy.
We'll need to find a way to demonstrate that at some point.
Well, we might have to find a dark room somewhere around here and see if we can show that. So one of the things, again, when I had a little jam on it before, was the initial sound that I was using. It wasn't really blowing my mind. But then Isaac told me that the coil tap's probably on. Yeah. So coil tap's not like a normal guitar.
Well, you pivot between almost like a Les Paul and think of it like a Fender Gibson sort of. Yeah. You're switching between one and the other. And then having the 5-way switch in collection with that, you've got a lot of tones you can play to this guitar. So it's a very, very versatile instrument.
So yeah, and these guitars are, sit
Yeah.
very much on the top shelf.
Very
of the
top
Ibanez
tier
range.
Ibanez range being the Japanese Prestige models.
Right, and so they would come with
Come the
one
hard
of these
shell
cool hard
case.
cases over there. I think we got some footage we're showing you now of
Yes.
of the hard case, but it's
Nice
plush,
plush
it's
red
nice.
lining. You get your multi-tool.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a really good quality ABS plastic case to keep that guitar nice and safe.
And are there any other big features you want to tell us about these guys?
Bone nut as well, and then you got top-mounted locking tuners, so that they're low mass, so then it's not like a lot of bulky stuff happening on the back, so it just keeps it nice and streamlined there.
Looks super simple.
But then you've got so much versatility. It's a great kind of marriage of those two kind of concepts.
When I think of Ibanez, I definitely think of bright, super bright colours, lots of points, monkey grips down the side of the guitars and
So this would
things,
definitely
but-
appeal more to more of a vintage sort of purist sort of vibe, I guess. So, but just a lot going on in terms of bang for buck, and just the quality is outstanding on these guitars.
So one of the main outcomes of this guitar is to get that balance between the classic sound and a real cool modern sound as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome, dude. Well, I think I know what time it is here on Live Life Loud, that we must road test these guys. Give them a bit of a jam. Today we're going to roll through a set of Boss Katana amps.
50 watts.
50 watters. Very cool amps. And I think we should
Get into it.
get it on and see what's happening. Thanks very much for that, Isaac. Let's have a jam. All right. Okay, we're back now for a bit of a jam here with Isaac. So maybe, Isaac, give us a run through some of the switches and knobs and the different tones
Exactly.
from the guitar.
So volume, tone, 5-way selector. So this is with neck position, switch up. Just going to strum a couple of A chords. So that alone's giving you a lot of options. So back to neck and then switch down. So switch up, switch down. A lot of output on that one.
Oh, my goodness. 10 completely different tones there.
Really mixes it up.
Nice one. All right, well, how about we'll see how they both sound together.
Cool.
A bit of overdrive and a bit of blues, I think. Let's do this. All right. Beautiful guitar to play. Wow.
Now there's something special.
Ibanez Prestige series. That's what it's all about. Yeah. Digging this. Guys, these are available in store at the
Yes,
moment
one of each colour at the moment
and also available on our website,
on our website.
which the info is just below us here right now at bigmusicshop.com.au. We've got about 4 or 5 different email addresses.
Exactly.
All right, great. So thanks very much, Isaac. Fantastic
absolute
guitars.
pleasure,
Come
as
in,
always.
check them out in the amp room, turn them up nice and loud, and when you go home with your new Ibanez Prestige series, a wonderful new relationship will be formed.
Thanks, Dabo.
Thank you very much, Isaac.
See you guys.
See you soon. Back up to Damo, Live Life Loud office. Thanks very much for that, Isaac. And remember, you can get all of the information on those guitars at bigmusicshop.com.au, or even pop in here to the shop at Crow's Nest in Sydney and we can show it to you in the flesh. Now, I know you're all excited at the new installment of the DNA show coming up right now. This week, Ash and I, we're going to talk all about the Great Southern Nights, this awesome project that ARIA are putting on to get musicians back on stage, but not just musicians, stage techs, audio engineers, promoters, everyone. Awesome initiative by ARIA. So we thought we'd have a bit of a talk about it, but mainly to speak about the gigs that we've got happening right here at Big Music. So let's head over to the DNA show right now.
Woo! It's on! DNA show!
That's it, man. DNA show.
Can't wait.
It's me either.
Awesome.
Oh, Halloween's coming up. What horror movie should we watch?
The DNA show?
Hi!
There's our intro. There's our new intro. We should definitely sample that. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the DNA show here on Live Life Loud. You might be watching this on Facebook. You might be watching it on YouTube this week. We're going to upload it in all different sorts of places because we've got a bucket load of stuff going on here. Firstly, my crime in partner.
Dash and Amo.
How are you, Ash? How you been, mate?
I'm great, Damo. Thanks for asking. How about yourself?
Got my first gig out of the way on Saturday night as well, which was nice.
Good to be back, isn't it?
Very much so. A lot of cobwebs and as a drummer, a little bit of physical stuff. Probably didn't prepare as well as I could, but lots of sore bones and muscles and or what might be in there as a replacement for muscles anyway. It's but whatever's in there is a bit sore today, but it's one of those good kind of sores, I gotta say. So,
Good sore's good.
yes, absolutely. All right, what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about this whole DNA show today is gonna be devoted to live music, particularly about what we've got coming up here at Big Music. And I think we have 5 weeks of solid live music right through the weekends over the next 5 weeks here. And it's going to start this Friday night, the 30th of October. Ash, what have we got up first, mate?
Okay, this Friday, Damo, we have a program we called Songs and Stories with a very good friend of ours, Steve Balby from Noiseworks, Electric Hippies, and of course MySex. I'll be shooting him some cool questions about his musical career, and he'll be doing a couple of songs to brighten up everyone's evening. And then every week after that, every Saturday in November, we're running a thing called the Great Southern Nights shows, which is a government-funded program to get music happening again. And I can tell you actually who's on, because we have it written right here, because we cannot retain any
There
information.
is no way we could have remembered all of these bands on all of these dates. So, as I said, we have a show on every Saturday. So, starting with this Friday night, we've got the Songs and Stories. Then, from Saturday the 7th of November, the Great Southern Night starts. And what do we got, man?
Okay, so the first Saturday, which is the 7th, we've got Sammy Constantine. The second week, these all have support acts, but rather than going through every single one of them, if you go to our website or Facebook page, you can see all the information. I'll just rattle these off real quick. The second week, which is the 14th, we have local punk pop band Down for Tomorrow, and one of our own bands, Dysfunction's, opening that night, which is very cool. The third week we have Nathan Cavalieri. For those of you over the age of, you'll probably remember him as being a child guitar protege, whatever that means. And he's now a blues legend in Australia and is very well known through the blues circuit. And so he's doing one of the nights. I'm doing a bit of Q&A stuff with him as well. And then the very last night is Declan. And so we've tried to diversify the music lineups. Everyone knows that we're a rock and roll school. We know we're a rock and roll school, but we thought it'd be nice to change it up a bit and have a couple of different genres and really mix it up. So we can showcase all the different kind of talents coming out of New South Wales. And these are all New South Wales acts as well, by the way, in case you didn't work it out by us saying New South Wales acts.
Yeah. So it's some wonderful, wonderful initiative by ARIA and Great Southern Nights, but it does count on these gigs. Need your support. All ticket sales are available for all of the gigs at Big Music. Now I think there's over 1,000 Great Southern Night shows happening around New South Wales throughout November.
This is the only one that matters, really.
This is the only one that matters, and obviously the only place to get tickets for these shows are at Sticky Tickets.
If you look down the bottom,
Down
here, these shows all do matter.
These shows all do matter, and tickets are available. You'll probably stop here in the middle. Yeah, and now I'll keep going across. I hope my hand's going the right way. At stickytickets.com.au. All you need to do is search for the headline artists you're after, whether it be Steve, Sammy, Nathan, Declan, Down for Tomorrow. And did I just get all those bands out in one? Holy moly!
Yeah. Special songs, special people. In the morning, we're going to eat Special K.
Yeah.
And clearly, we're pretty special too.
Exactly. Right. Crickets.
So come and check us out. Come to one of these shows. Damo and I will, most of the time, we'll be here. Sometimes we've got other things to do, but for most of that time, we'll be here if you want to come and say hello and say, I know you.
From the DNA show.
Yeah, that's
it happens regularly. Look, we're used to it. It's cool.
It's
don't be
embarrassing, you know,
Yeah.
like you go and have dinner and people come up and you know.
we want to make the fans feel comfortable, so it's okay. It's okay.
It's all right. So you know, we get it. You don't have to yell it out from cars when you're driving past. Yeah, we get it. We know who we are.
It's
All
cool.
right?
It's
Enough.
pretty easy level of fame to live with. Hey, look, everyone, remember, hit those tickets at stickytickets.com. Let's support these New South Wales artists. Let's get these artists back on stage, back in the saddle, which will lead us to another video another time. All right. We'll talk about getting back in the saddle with some of our programs here maybe on our next show. But this week, it's all about supporting New South Wales live music. Great Southern Nights right here at Big Music. Ash?
Nothing to do with horse racing.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been hanging out on the DNA show right here at Big Music. Well, there you have it, another ridiculous yet informative episode of the DNA show here on Live Life Loud. Thanks so much, Ash, for hanging out, and there's a lot of cool information. Ash and I will be here at all the shows, so come up and say g'day, hang out, but more so, please come and support not just the bands, but all of the people in the music industry. Every cent you give to these shows goes straight back to the musos and the artists, so your support for these would be amazing. Well, that's all the time we've got for on Live Life Loud this week. Next week, we're going to get down to the guitar shop once again. We're going to talk about some of the other shows that we've got happening here over the summer at Big Music. Also, keep an eye out. We're going to drop another video this week where we spoke to Fraser from Metropolis Touring to find out how the promoters are getting through all this COVID business. So keep an eye out for that video as well. It's going to be very cool and lots of information. All right, that's it for this week. All I got to say is you just need to remember, people, you're not living life unless you live life loud.
It's just sort of really how I define myself.